Good morning. Shut up. Welcome to my channel. It's going to be interesting. Dotty. I have a budgie and Dotty likes to make noises when I make noises. So this is going to be interesting. Shut up. Shut up. She's intimidated by me. Okay, so I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but I haven't actually done it yet. I don't know how I'm going to be with doing it outside in front of people because I'm a middle-aged woman and they might think I'm a little bit, well, I'd like to think I'm not middle-aged, but I more than likely am middle-aged for me, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But there's lots of things that I want to talk about with you and lots of things that I want to learn about, so seems to be the going way to do it, so here we go. But this first thing I want to discuss is that it's been Mental Health Awareness Day. Yesterday I went to work and there was lots of videos and on all the screens at work, and there was lots of paperwork and leaflets flying around everywhere. I've seen that there is a new website that you can do for, I think it's an NHS one, I can't remember if it's One and All or something like that. We can do a little survey about how your general mood is. If you've ever had counselling or therapy or anything like that, it's very similar to the questionnaire that you do at the beginning of it, how you've been in the last 2 weeks. Just try and see where your mood's lying. And you come to the end of it and it'll give you a little, a couple of steps of advice that you can do. First one will be contacting the NHS for counselling with PTS or whatever the service is in your area. There is a waiting list in most areas, but they are trying to get better. I do work for part of the NHS, and there is a big push on mental health awareness and mental health services. They are all under strain, admittedly, but they are trying their best to get better at this sort of thing. And they are aware that if you are asking for help, then that's when they need to start listening. So please, if you do feel like you need any extra help, or if you feel like you need some form of counselling, talking therapy, in my opinion, is the best therapy for when I've had issues or I've needed help. A talking therapy, Yeah, I'm having a conversation now. You want to join in, don't you, Dotty? But it is really, really important that you talk to somebody, even if it is a budgie. Typical. You are small, but I will. So mental health is something that in my family we've all had a touch of at some point. I mean, all right then, okay, let me reword that. Poor mental health is something that we've all had a touch of or experienced along the way so far in life. And I have 3 children. They are, I think now 8, 9 and 12, and they are all aware of their own mental health and that it can be poorly and they can feel poorly in their heads, and that's not a bad thing. We discuss it, we vocalise our feelings, and we keep an eye on each other, and that's the least that people can do. My eldest, who's 12, is in the proper midst of puberty, bless him. And it's a hard time. It's a hard time for a kid. But we talk to him. He tells us how he's feeling. if he's had any incidents at school that he wants to discuss, or if he's seen something on the telly that he doesn't particularly understand, or something that's set him off, he'll discuss it with us, and I really appreciate that from him. Dotty, shut up. I'm getting a cat. So it is really important, and talking is the best therapy, in my opinion. One of the things that is more so in this day and age than it has ever been is social media, and the effect that that has on people is twofold. It can be amazingly brilliant and positive, and you can connect with somebody on a level that you never had, that you never thought you could, with somebody on a screen. I mean, it's going to sound really silly, but it's going to sound really, really silly, but I'm going to be honest, I really do connect with Shane Dawson. I don't know why, I just do. And especially the video that he did with his dad, which I only saw recently, really, really affected me. He's, like, to explain it better is, my father passed away earlier on in the year. We didn't have a relationship. We tried to a few times, but it was just too strained, and far too much stuff had happened in the past, and it was just really difficult. And so we never got to have a proper relationship with me as an adult, or even with me as a child. And I really struggled with that. And then when he died, I had lots of feelings of guilt, and a lot of sadness and it took me a while to understand that I was grieving, but I wasn't necessarily grieving the death of my father. It was possibly grieving also the chance of having a better relationship with my father, which obviously I couldn't have once he died because he was dead. So I was in the middle of grieving, and I've only recently really got into YouTube with watching videos and all the drama channels, and Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, and I have watched a little bit James Charles. I love Rich looks. I think you're amazing. I love the makeup. I like Repzilla. I love Jake Yonsei. He's amazing. All the drag, love it. So I was in the YouTube hole for a couple of hours, and I found the video of Shane Dawson and his dad, and I started watching that, and it really, really got to me in a good way, but it really did. His dad looked very much like what my dad looked like. His mannerisms and the way he was as well, it was really, really close to how my dad was. And also the little awkward bits that they had, like when they were mentioning the photos, and my head goes to inappropriate straight away, and it was just very, very similar to how I would have been in that situation. And for a while I felt jealous, I'm not going to lie. I felt jealous that he was able to have that relationship with his dad and build on it, and my dad had died, but I appreciated the video for what it was, that he was reconnecting, and it helped. It really did. I even mentioned it in my counselling, and the counsellor's like, "You're a 34-year-old woman. Why are you watching YouTubers and connecting with them?" It was really very strange, but I did. I'm not gonna lie, and that's that. This will be brushed and washed. It's a bit dry. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, why I will love it. Love it. So yeah, this is Sam with no makeup. By the way, oh yeah, sorry. My name's Sam. Hey. 34. Living in England. Brexit. I did not vote for Brexit. I just want to put that out there. And I will be completely honest, and I am quite a political person. But when it came to the Brexit vote, I not have a clue. Not have a clue. And I watched everything. I read everything. I did everything. But I did not have a clue. I really didn't know how I wanted or needed to vote. So I didn't in that. I didn't vote in Brexit. And I do regret it. It's the only time that I have never voted. But I genuinely didn't know what to do for the best. And we have had lots of discussions in the family with people that did vote leave. And there are a few. And I've been vocal since in that the vote leave party campaign was illegal. We all know this, but nothing happens. That all the statistics everybody went for was all bullshit. Like the whole, 30 million or whatever it was to Brussels. Yeah, that was a figure, but we got more than that back. But that wasn't disclosed at the time. It was going to go to the NHS. Bullshit. But there we go. Boris Johnson. My 9-year-old son, Harry, he's amazing. All my kids are, but he is particularly amazing. He likes to dress up. He likes to wear makeup and wigs, and he's himself, completely 100% unapologetically himself, and I love that about him. He thinks that Boris Johnson is a comedy, is a pantomime baddie, and that's how we all see him. And it's ridiculous that he's running our country. I heard something once that Boris Johnson is the walking embodiment of white privilege. And I'm like, I don't understand that really. But then when I read it fully, I really did. Boris Johnson's hair is the epitome of white privilege. It's messy, it's in your face, it's unruly, and he never does anything about it. If that was a person of colour walking around with unruly, messy hair like that, then they'd be judged for that and seen as untidy, unkept, and all the negative connotations that come with it. But Boris Johnson, he can walk around like that. He can be the face of our country with white, blonde, in your face. Or I'm not actually. So I'm not helping myself here, but this will be tidied. But he that's how he walks about all the time. And nothing's ever said or done or blah, 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 blah about it. And it's ridiculous. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. And I just think, what can you do? What can you do? We can do stuff. It's like all the protests that are going off in London at the moment with the Extinction Rebellion. Ugh, don't ask me about that. Not formed an opinion yet. Don't ask me about that. We'll get back to that one. But there are lots of things that I'd like to discuss. So mental health we've touched upon today. There is lots of stuff about my mental health personally that I will discuss. I've touched upon the Shane Dawson obsession. I'm not going to lie to you, Shane Dawson. I am slightly obsessed with you. Very slightly. Very excited about the new video. Love all the videos. I love the series with Jeffree Star. I love the previous series with Jeffree Star. Oh, by the way, Jeffree Star, I love you as well. Love you, love you, love you. I'm going to buy all of your makeup for Christmas. I'm going to buy Shane Dawson's. I think we can all say it now, can't we? Yeah. So I'm going to buy all of Shane Dawson's makeup and more of his merch because I love you, and I really like the fact that you've discussed how much money from each item you get. So if I was to buy a hoodie and I know that you get $20 out of that hoodie, then I can in my head envision you like, right, well, so today I'm going to go to Starbucks and buy whatever for $20, and Sam's going to have bought me this from England, and I'll be like, yeah, I did. That was me. I did that. Me. Can you think of me when you drink it, please? Is that a bit weird? It's weird. Okay, don't. But I did that. That was me. Well, it will be me. Not yet, but it will be. So I think you are. This is to Shane. It's going to sound really, really corny, but you are one of the realest people on the internet that I've ever come across. And you do put yourself out there as a real person, and all your flaws as well. I watched the video, Ryland's video recently, where he'd redid the patio, and it's probably me just reading into it, but like, I like how in the edits you include like the tiny little bits of shade that come out, or the tiny little bits of Mardy. Oh, you might not understand what Mardy is. The attitude that you sometimes possibly can have, like when you wanted to do your bit with the can, and then Ryland spoke over you, and you got a tiny bit of a bag on. Bit arsey attitude. I can't think of the American words for it. I'm not very good with this. But I love that was included in it, because you would be pissed off if you were trying to do something and then somebody spoke over you and it got missed and you tried to recreate it unnaturally and it didn't necessarily work. And I thought it was brilliant that you could see the reality of it as well as all the nice edits and blah, 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 blah. I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Morgan, hey, be my best friend, please. I am older. I know I'm older and I live in England, but we can make it work. It's fine. We can do it. I'll put makeup on for you. I promise. You can put makeup on me. That'd be nice. And I also fall over a lot. I tend to slip a lot, but I do wear a lot of sliders, but it's been the summer, so they weren't the Ugg ones, so I will get the Ugg fluffy sliders. I will do a sort of like style. Oh, style's a fucking strong word for it, Sam. All right then, I will do a look. Yeah, because they can be bad and they can be good. Well, like you're thinking there's that. I'll do a look sort of vlog. Yeah. I'll do a look vlog at some point. The kids want to make loads of videos as well. So please just bear with. But I mean, there are